we're going to go ahead and take a look at subtraction algorithms. How do we solve subtraction problems using algorithms, right? The series of steps or procedures we use to solve computation problems. It'd be important to first think if you have base 10 pieces, or to draw out like I did on this problem here. What does 146 minus 25 look like, right? Think about what those actions look like so that we can compare that to so there's 100, there's your 4 tens, right? And so you have that, and then you end up with the 6 ones, and what you would do is actually take away, right? You're going to take away 25, so you take away 2. Sorry, let's take away the 5 first, so that those are gone, so you're left with 1. Then you take away the 2 tens, and then you're left with 121. And think about how that relates to how you would actually solve that problem. 1, 2, 1. Right, subtracting down. So again, the common algorithm for subtraction involves two main procedures: subtracting numbers that are determined by the addition facts table, right? You know your addition, so you know your subtraction, and then exchanging or regrouping, right? When you don't have enough, when you can't take away, you need to borrow. Many people say we borrow. We choose to avoid this term formally because numbers that are borrowed are not paid back. Hence the word borrowed does not really represent what's really happening. We're really regrouping. Let's take a look at two different problems here with the standard algorithm. 5 minus 3, 2, 7 minus 4, 3, 3. So it works perfectly because there's no regrouping necessary. Here we have 2 minus 5, and so what has to happen here is what we have 2 ones, 5 ones, 6 tens, 8 tens. What has to happen is that we break up one of our tens, right? Into, instead of 6 tens, now we have 5 tens, but then that leaves us with 12 ones now. And so 12 ones minus 5 ones is 7. Now we have 5 tens and 8 tens, and so what's not going to work is that it's not enough. So, but we take 3 of our hundreds, break one of those down, so now we have 2 hundreds, but now we have 15 tens of those 10 strips. 15 minus 8 is 7. 200 minus 100 is 1. And so you end up with your 177 right there. So that's the process of a standard algorithm. Again, if we wanted to look at that, here's 362. And so what's happening on that problem is when I try to take away the 5 ones, there's not enough ones. And so what we do is we break up one of these tens, and then you end up with what we had there is 12, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. You end up with 12 ones. Now you can take away your 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you should have, I think I have too many, should be 7. There's 7 ones left. Okay, and that's what's going on with the subtraction algorithm. And so we can look further about how to do 423 minus 157. You can take a look at, here's the picture of all the base blocks, and then you're taking away. You have to regroup, exchange, or regroup it, and so then you end up with that. If you still need some support, I would read the book in this section. This comes from the book, this problem here. You can read kind of some of those paragraphs with that.